We don't know whether the men pictured here have ever battled anxiety and depression. What we can tell you is that they hold high-profile, visible leadership positions in rural communities. That is our pitch. Rural communities are great places to live and work. In local government, as a fireman, a paramedic, a dentist, a local businessman, a school principal or a GP. We are seen as important in rural communities. We might lead the local footy club or be chair of the Health Service Board. You may see us fighting fires in the community or cooking snags at the local fundraiser. In the city, we may disappear as just another man, but in our communities, we are visible, we stand out. People know us, people watch us. We work hard to help people battling mental illness. We raise funds to support people with depression and anxiety. But does anyone look at us and wonder how we are? When you think about anxiety and depression, do you think of us? Or do you think of our uniforms, suits, masks, roles and titles somehow make us exempt? This pitch was made using the simple technology of an iPad. It didn't require expensive technology or high levels of skill. It was quite enjoyable to make. Did it make me think about anxiety, depression and stigma? Did it make you think about rural leaders? Did it challenge the stereotypes of who is impacted upon by anxiety, depression and stigma? Did it make you think of how it would be if I stood up and said, I have battled depression? Could you feel my fear of outing myself and disclosing that behind my dark suit may be dark times? Did you ponder who I would see, who I would talk to if I were your GP, dentist or lead a major business in your town? Did you, like me, wonder whether people would think less of me? Would I think less of myself? Would I become the central point of local gossip? Would people look at me and make judgments? Would the label that they give me compromise my livelihood? Creating a digital story like this one is a pretty straightforward process that is enjoyable to make. We have made lots of these with different groups. The process is incredibly empowering as ordinary people with no special skills come together to create these fantastic visual stories and leave the workshop with a new skill, shared understandings and new insights. Whilst the end product is incredibly powerful, it is sort of like fishing and fish. The process of catching the fish or finishing the digital story is not the most important part of the process. It is the time spent talking with a line dangling, or in this case, talking together through the process of creating the story that is the most important part. Is my picture amongst the men you have seen? Have I ever suffered from anxiety and depression? Could I tell anyone if I had? All I can say is that I do play a leading role in the community in which I work. Do we need to talk about anxiety and depression amongst men who are rural community leaders? Definitely. Do I feel safe in starting that conversation? I'm not sure, but I'm prepared to give it a go.